Hey everybody, Egnards here, obviously, otherwise you probably wouldn't have clicked on that link, right? That's kind of how things work. We have quite a bit to do today, so I wanted to get started just a little bit earlier than we did the last couple of days. We have TB that needs to get done, we have Conquest that needs to get done, I have some raid testing that I want to get done, and I guess that's about it, actually. If we can get a roster review in or two, I have some pulled up on my screen, but I'm not sure if we're going to have time this morning. We'll see what happens with this extra 15 to 20 minutes. Limestone, good morning. We're going to just jump right into this TB stuff so that we can try to get things done as quickly as possible. I already did my Riva mission. I did that last night just because I wanted to get it out of the way. This is the other one that needs to get done. Our Mandalore mission, which I am no expert on. So far I haven't lost it, but we'll see what happens. Let's pop this down. There we go. Gotta say, I am less infuriated by watching this cinematic when I only have to do it once every other week instead of every single week. Right. Let's pop that on you. Call target to assist, blind daze, we'll call you in. Boom, get everybody all healthy. Conquest went smooth last night. I had a few, there were a few battles that I didn't get 3 stars on, but that's okay. That doesn't really bother me. Course, I'm where I want to be, which is important. I'm not going to have to do too much making up of things in strange ways, and that's really the important thing. Ooh. What? It's going to be an embarrassing loss. Morning, Kev. How's it going? Ooh. Did you get all your TB battles done? This might be the first time I lose this battle. Maybe not. Maybe we're good. All right, we're good. We're safe. Another lot. Yeah, you know what? I'm not too bothered. This is what I said to you last month. And for those watching, Kev is in our guild. Zepho doesn't really bother me. The cryotech is important. It's nice, but at our guild level, the burn on Chirotech is not as big a deal. I would really like to obviously shore up the guild as a whole, being able to do those battles without having trouble. But I can only assure myself, you know, when I do it. I can't do the battle for other people. But it doesn't bother me. I think it's dumb that it's 30 wins and Mandalore is only 25 wins, and Mandalore is like drop dead easy, and it takes barely a thought. And Zepho is a pain in the ass, really, no matter what you do. What I've learned from this game in the last year and a half to 2 years is, you can't sweat the small stuff. I'm only going to get upset about the things that I can control. It is a game after all, so I don't want to try not to get too crazy with that stuff, unless it's something that's like really, really heavily in our control. So we'll shore up Zepho. It doesn't. I hate five planet days. So I kind of low-key am excited when we don't unlock it. That's less battles that I have to do. And for those who don't know, you do have to put guys with Jabba here, but he can actually auto this mission by himself. The first time I did this mission, I had Jabba, and he didn't have his ult yet, and I just threw him with whoever, and everybody died. And it didn't matter. I still did really well. Where's my multi-stream? Hey, Black Hammer. I don't know why it's not showing. It's not showing your stuff over on my sidebar over here. Oh, there it is. I think YouTube is trying to hide you from me. The clone missions are actually relatively easy. You know, from when I did it the last time we unlocked it, you can literally throw it on auto. You do need Captain Rex there. But other than that, you throw it on auto, it's super, super, super easy to do. And I know that you're on our Discord, you're there. We have the TV library where we kind of post this stuff, and we've gotten some great submissions from other people, like Fat Phil has submitted some stuff, Pico Burrito, Slan and Rymus over at Rising Phoenix have submitted some stuff, and they're a top TB guild. So we've gotten a decent amount. Is he going insane right now? I didn't get to stop in this morning to say hi to him. I had a very busy morning. I had to go for my run. I run every other day, and we're getting a new piece of furniture tomorrow, so I had to like break down our old entertainment center. So I didn't get to stop in and say hi, but I'm assuming he's got some crappy roster reviews, something just ridiculous that needs to be dealt with this morning. Oh God. Cap doesn't know math. That's not Cap's specialty. You can see we're just doing this as fast as possible today. I saw he was on with Baroness this morning. I saw that they were in a chat, and I don't know, you would know because you're on his stream right now. Baroness is very mean in chat, but once you've heard her voice, you go, "Oh, you're adorable," and it's forever changed my perception of her. Hey, what's up, Wampa? No, it's just, it's the summer. This is just something fun that I do. It's the summer. I have a lot more time. He has MS Paint pulled up. It's the summer. I have a little bit more time. It's TB week. I like chatting with you guys. It's early in the morning. My wife's not even awake yet. So I figured, let me stream every day this week. Next week, I probably will not be streaming every day. There's just not going to be enough for me to stream, so it won't be worth it. So while we have the time, it's really nice that I get to kind of interact with the people in our community that don't normally get to show up for brunch, right? So there's a lot of faces this week, like yourself actually, that I have not that I don't normally get to see on Sunday mornings and get to chat a little bit. Black Hammer, I thought that you had demanded my schedule for a certain day. I don't remember what day it was. It was like July 21st or something, wasn't it? There was a specific day that you were like, I need to be on the stream. I need to be in a voice chat. I want you to do my roster review. I'm gonna have Java. This is happening like literally right now. I thought that was planned for later in the month. Vash, I need you to report back to Captain and tell him that I don't encroach on his GAC at all, and he is not allowed to encroach on my math. Yeah, see? I told you. We got that all planned up. We'll figure it out. Utility, here's the thing. I see that there we go. I run a business. I have a dojo, and 90% of the clothes that I wear are literally dojo t-shirts. With my logo on it, with my name on it. So I always wear a hoodie on stream, just so I don't have to think about what I'm wearing each day. Last year I was wearing my Broncos hoodie. This year we have, the Egnards, hoodies, which are kind of sweet, right? Moonborn created them for us, and I bought myself one, and I just think it's basically my work attire, right? Calvin Awesome has his button-up shirt. I have my Egnards hoodie. So it just makes it easier for me to not have to worry about what I'm wearing each day, to make sure that my logo and that I'm not doxing myself. Though I'm sure I've accidentally doxed myself in some of these things before. Is that next week? No, it's 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now for brunch. How are we doing here? All right, this is the Nexu. We're gonna use LV there. Let's do LV Empire. Doesn't really matter. He can usually do this regardless of who's with him. You know what? For today, I actually did not eat breakfast today. My wife and I have been making breakfast. Before she wakes up, I make like this hash brown thing, and I air fry some hash browns. I fry an egg, throw it on top. I put a little bit of hot honey and some chili oil on top. But I ran out of eggs, and I had too busy a morning this morning to run out to the grocery store to get more eggs. So I am running on coffee and a yogurt, a strawberry banana yogurt that I had. Tomorrow morning, hopefully I have some time to run to the store and grab some eggs, because I'm not going to have time later, because we got 3 scoundrels tonight, and I want to make Captain Amazing proud. He completely killed it last week, like he dominated it. I saw a 4-hour stream, and I said there's no way I'm watching all 4 hours, and I literally sat through the whole thing. So I got to make sure to step my game up and do him proud this week. And then for those of you guys on, I know most of you have higher accounts. I'm trying to do something. The raid server and I are working on a project together. But the problem is I only have my one account. And actually, Fortuna, C Squared, you're here. Maybe you guys can help me with this if you're running the Naboo raid. Basically, and it's in Discord what I'm basically looking for. But I'm looking for screenshots of like lowest common denominator teams that can max or get close to max score in their respective tiers. So like, there's no way that I can field a Sith Seppi's team that is below 7 stars. I can't do it. Everything I have is at G12 or above. So I'd really, really, really like if there's people that are like, hey, all my Sith and Seppis are below 7 stars, great. Or hey, all my Sith and Seppis are at 7 stars, but they're below G12, great. I'm looking for stuff like that. Cap, good morning. You guys, you done? How was your stream? Yeah, and I put up a channel on Discord too for those screenshots. It would really, really be helpful to get some screenshots of teams that are doing like 250 to 300,000 in tier 0 that have like no G12s or very limited G12s and literally no relics. I'd love to see that stuff. It would be very, very helpful. Let's get you in there. Cap, I apologize. I said this earlier. You were still streaming at the time, but I apologize for not stopping in this morning to cause havoc. I had a very busy morning. I didn't have 5 minutes. And when I went for my run this morning, I tried to listen to you on a run before, but the sounds of the highway and the sounds of the roads just were too loud for my headphones. Yeah, I saw that Baroness was in voice chat, and I was like, oh, I really want to stop in. I just didn't have a minute to do it. Jack, I'll be honest. I am a very late bloomer on Imperial Troopers. The only reason that I even have Relic Imperial Troopers is that most of them are requirements for things. And then Captain Amazing, he forced me to Relic Dark Trooper to R5. Um, well, so Kev, yeah, I mean, when it comes to Quadme and Lover Boys, I'm not as concerned with that team because mine are low too. But when I'm looking for T0 teams, I'm looking for things that'll be reasonable for lower level players. And while the Lover Boys themselves at 3 or 4 stars are reasonable, Quadme is very, very unlikely to be utilized by those players. So I'm really looking for like a Luminara team below Relics, a Sith Seppi's team that's below Relics, the things that would be like super, super accessible to lower end accounts. Oh, is that what he? Yeah, okay, so Cap's got you covered because I don't know that shit. That has to do with like TM gains and like the back end of the speeds, and that's math that's beyond what I care about. You don't want to know how I mod things. I mod things, I set them, I forget them, I don't look at those mods ever again. If I have to replace a really good mod, then I'll go through my whole roster and just the first character I can find that can utilize that mod I put in. Um, oh yeah, we are going for a win here. Scared me for a second. I don't expect this to win. It doesn't matter. Let's try this one. Yeah, man, Kev, like, guys in our guild, they're not going to be able to help us. But there's a lot of people on our Discord who are in guilds that are at a lower end. So I'm putting out the call of that to action to those people to kind of help me find those screenshots as best as possible. This is like the one time, like it would be really cool if you could like lower your own characters to try things, but CJ doesn't want to do that for us. Let's see, we gotta get this up. Let me just check on this. We are gonna put the hard stop a little higher. The family that plays together. Oh, I can imagine my like mother-in-law playing this game. That would actually be very funny. No, I should have gone after the other one. A guild of mother-in-laws. I can only imagine the text messages that I would get on like a daily basis if my mother-in-law played this game. Last week I had to explain this whole thing that I do to her because I was wearing this hoodie and I had to explain it to her neighbors. So that was also interesting. It was not something I ever expected that I would have to do. It was just like, oh, I'm wearing a hoodie. No one will notice. It doesn't matter. No one's going to ask me about it. And they did. Because, of course, they did. Because in-laws surprise you at every turn. It's what they do. It's why they're here. Now, what I did for this raid that's coming up, and I'll say it again when we get to it, I put together a set for that mall 3-man team, and I want to see how close I can get on like a 3-man guided auto. It's in hot utils, so I'll have to do some like switching around, but we'll get there. It was kind of braggy when she was talking to her neighbor, and I was like, it's not that great. It's just like a fun thing I do. It's nothing special. You're okay. Ooh, let's try that. This is very quick. What we started at we started TB at 8 minutes. We're now at 30 minutes. So we have 2 battles left. So we're able to get all of these done fairly quickly. Like 20 minutes with these 2 battles, so like 25 minutes total. It's pretty nice. We're making good time. Oh, I was wondering. I just saw. I just saw that somebody had messaged me. I just didn't look at Discord yet. Let's see. These guys got a Darth Maul, Darth Sidious, B2, a Magna. Yeah, is his guild running Naboo? Because I'd really like to see what kind of score he can post. I'd love to see the score he can post with like his like B2, Darth Maul, Darth Sidious, Magna Guard, and based on what he has, probably Droidica. You know, at tier 0, I would like to see that. You know, it's basically a guided auto of and I would do Magna Guard, right? Because your message, you have the 4. So let's do, you know, so that I actually have a couple of people who have screenshots like that, Buddha. You know, the whole raid server is helping me with this, and Belloc, who is on our Discord, is helping us with this too, and he has similar screenshots of that, which is a pretty low team, but I want to see if I can get something that has no relics, if possible. Because I'm literally looking to see what the bottom barrel teams are for each tier. And as you get higher up, when you start getting to the R5s and the R7s, that's easy for me. I can do that, and that's easy to find. It's very, very hard to find things that are at the much lower end, especially on characters that are older and are easier to gear because they don't have... and that's the other part, is if they're doing, they might not be doing certain things. Am I gonna lose this battle? Ew. That's gross. Yeah, maybe not. Almost there. I can't believe even with the Omicron, I lost shield generator. That doesn't sit right with me. I don't like that. All right, I can't deploy yet. I have to wait for my guild to deploy because I am an officer and I wait till the end. We are going to move into Conquest. I'm going to take a quick break to refill my coffee. I'll be back in 2 minutes and we'll pop into that. All right. Ooh, my phone did something. Let's see. These cords get very, very, very finicky, so give me a second to, there we go. Because I have it popping from my phone. Perfect, it's working. 41, 42. Yeah, Buddha. I mean, I would love to see it. Gungans, again, like, they're going to be a team that I don't expect people at the low end to farm. However, I know there are a lot of people who are farming them as a passion project. So I'd still like to be able to show something with lower gear Gungans. I know they are a very good raid team, and at the higher ends they're doing well, even without Jar Jar, even as a 4-man. So I definitely would still like to see the Gungans at low level. I definitely would love to see like a Luminara Kit Fisto team at like below G12, at G12, at lower than Lightspeed Bundle Relics. I would love to know when people like tell me when they, when they say to me like, oh, the modding is really good, or like, oh, there's nothing special on these mods. Like, I'd love to see that stuff. My dojo logo, no. My dojo logo is, maybe one day I'll share it with you. One day. I wish I could. It's unfortunate, you know, because I go out and I meet people. Sunday I'm supposed to be going to New York City to meet one of the guys from O Fortuna, have a beer. I love talking to people. I love interacting with people. And it's unfortunate that when you're on the internet like this, that there are trolls out there and there are people that just hate you for who you are. And my one fear of course, is somebody in that camp seeing my logo and thinking it's funny to like one-star my business, and doing their best to destroy my life outside of a game. So it's one of those like, ugh, I wish that I could be more forthright about those things, but I can't. All right, let's get JML in the mix and get Han in here. Don't need Luminara. Jedi. Do need Han kills. Where the hell is he? And let's change out Jolie for... change out Jolie for Shakti. No, Revan. Beautiful. Nice start. Yeah, man, that's like some weird shit, dude. Like, that's... I already, you know, it's funny you say something like it's already, like I do have to deal with this kind of stuff with my students because I do work with students with disabilities. And as they get older, a lot of them like find my social media accounts and like friend me and then send me strange messages. But those, you know, those are students and kids who just don't understand, as opposed to like are being actively malicious. So while I do deal with it, it's not, that doesn't bother me as much. But your ex-friend asking for that kind of stuff, like that's some weird shit. So as much as I put myself out there on the internet, you know, you still have to be careful to some degree. Let's do... Get that stun in. You're free, yeah. And you know what? That's funny when you're in 4th grade, right? But like that kind of shit's not funny when you're an adult. No. That's the kind of crap that I don't tolerate from people at all. All right, we are gonna actually start trying to win this battle. Because with JML. Sometimes it can get out of hand with the TM gains and everything. See, already got him back. We don't like that. Yeah, well, those are the people that like peak in high school, right? Like they think that their whole world is their high school football team, and they think it's like the coolest thing in the world, and it's not. Like, it's cool to be proud of that stuff. Like, that's fine, but like if that's your only you would be the person. If that's your only thing, then that is problematic. Can we get a GoFundMe for Captain Amazing to get pictures of him in a Speedo? Cause that I didn't know I wanted to see that, and now I do. Tiny Bubbles, man, cheers. How's it going? You excited for Scoundrels tonight? We're gonna rip Bones a new asshole. He is in a grumpy curmudgeon mood. You guys aren't ready for this. It's not about being ready. I need to see it. Like, please. Can we please send? I don't, like, normally I'm begging for beer money, right? Can we please, if it means Captain Amazing posting a picture of him in a Speedo on our Discord, I would like everything to go to him. I feel like that's a sports movie reference, and I just don't get that specific movie. Is that like Rudy or something? I love sports movies, but I don't recall that. You know, I love Bones. I really do. I love him so much. We chat whenever we can. I enjoy his company. I enjoy popping on his streams. I also enjoy giving him shit. He's a funny guy. Big fan of his. He's very entertaining. But sometimes he needs to be put in his place. And he put me in a chat with him and Avant to talk about the episode tonight and just like his things. And he's like, I need you there, Egg and Avant, because I'm so negative right now that I feel like I just need to shut up and you guys talk. So, I'm kind of excited. And, you know what's funny? I've seen Napoleon Dynamite like 4 times. I just didn't. It's obviously not the line that everybody knows. Let's see what we got here. I don't need any of these, so we're just going to take Sorosu. And we're going to go back and just do one bounty. I know I have a bounty hunter node. Because my troopers are not super great. My Iden troopers. And I don't believe in them to be able to do the Datacron node. Hey Merchant, how's it going, man? For those who don't know, you know, Merchant Deer, he put a lot of faith in me. He did the very first Tales episode with me that we ever did. Just kind of put the trust in and said, yeah, let's do it. And he actually just recently started his own GAC content creation journey. I gotta set him up some channels on our Discord, but right now he has been posting in our new content creator area, and I'm sure he has something up there at the moment if you're interested in checking it out. I sat down, well, I watched it. I didn't watch, I listened to it while I was driving, and it's very Australian, which I'm a fan of. It's a different take on content creation, and I normally don't watch stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and listen to this. It's kind of cool. So I think it's worth a listen. Well, worth a watch if you want to actually learn something, but I just kind of liked listening to a very Australian voice walk me through a GAC. It was much better than listening to Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter for the 400th time. Oh my god, I gotta get 50 of those. I thought it was like 35. I do remember the Bowdier Sensei stuff and the Rex Kwando. That I remember. Alright. Accuracy down, shield up, stop surviving. I don't remember if I did stop surviving last time. I might have just thrown him in a team for the hell of it. Which I might do because I'm already using my separatists elsewhere. Full squad of rebels. We are going to consult Discord real quick. Game frame. Okay. Let's pop that up. Oh, because I had to reload. That's why. Moonmorden made these lovely, lovely graphics of my last video, which means I don't have to remember anything because I can just look at what he said. Accuracy down. We can do GI for accuracy down. Rebel wins. Captain Rex surviving. Shield down. Stop surviving. All right. Perfect. If I had American flag pants. I don't know if anyone watches UFC, but this reminds me. I don't watch it anymore. I haven't watched it in years. It used to be once a month, and when it was once a month, I would watch, and I watched guys like George St. Pierre, Lyoto Machida. I trained with Frankie Edgar for a little while. I did a few seminars with him. I went to a card in I want to say it was in Montreal. Yeah, it was definitely Montreal. It was Lyoto Machida. It was second. It was his second title defense against Shogun Hua that he lost. And on the card, every single fight was an American, except I think for this specific fight. There was like one or two fights that were not, but almost every fight was an American versus a Canadian. And in every fight, the American won, except for one fight. And I don't remember the fighter's name. I'm sure one of you has seen this fight. I think his name is Tom Lawler. I want to say it was Tom Lawler. He came out, his walkout song was Living in America, from Rocky fame. And he had the American flag pants, and he did the whole like Apollo Creed thing, walking into the ring. Just like the movie, that was what he was kind of known for, was like these really elaborate walkouts. And it was really fun. It was really cool to be there. The energy was super high, and he was the only American to lose that night, which was super funny. Oh my god, I love it. Cap, I love it. I do. I really do. That was that was worth it. Oh man. It's on our selfie channel. Beautiful. 10/10. Big fan. We don't need any of these. Alright, Gungans have to play. Need shield up from these Gungans. Yeah, I agree, but like it was just funny. It was just funny in the moment, right? Like the lights go down and you hear like Living in America coming on and like the music and everybody's pumped and he got knocked. I think he got knocked. It was so long ago, I don't remember. There we go. But I'm sure you can probably YouTube it, right? Like YouTube, Tom Lawler. I'm almost positive his name is Tom Lawler. Living in America, UFC. I don't remember I want to say 113 actually. It was very fun to watch when you were there. And you bringing up the American flag pants just reminded me of that. Gotta get her shield ups. My hope, I don't think I'm going to be able to get more than 5 in a battle without like a hard cheese, and I'm not trying to cheese these battles heavy, but my hope is to try and get, oh no, knock them out way too fast. Just trying to get 10 of them in a battle. It's alright though, because these guys can Datacron node, no problem. So that won't be a big deal. We'll do one more with them for this node, and we'll go from there. Now I have Living in America stuck in my head. That's no good. Alright, we can do Inquisitors. Does she do it on basic accuracy down? I think it's on any attack, right? Oh, perfect. So if I do this with you in the lead slot, you should be able to get a few of them. Oh, Starrow Man, don't do me dirty like that. The Java counter is at 0 because We haven't done any reviews today. I fully contend that Java is a priority farm for almost anybody. Perfect. And right now, I mean, we don't know everything about the upcoming Ahsoka, like if there's going to be an economy event attached to it. I do think there will be a raid attached to it because that should be roughly the same timeline when we start thinking about like December into February. See, how many did we get? Shield of 15. It's not awful, I guess. Oh, dude. Don't F with me like that, man. Jabba's, I feel like you guys all got together to troll me today. Don't do that to me. No Leaders Resolve sucks. It's not... I don't think No Leaders Resolve is the end of the world. We're not used to having Leaders Resolve, so I don't think it's the biggest problem if you don't have it. But I do think it is a disc that is worth its weight in gold. So I actually had two before. I took one off because I don't need to. It's possible. That could be like an interesting farming path kind of thing. Smuggler's Run 2 is an event that is a double-edged sword because I hate the fact that it cannot be simmed. It pisses me off that it can't be simmed, but it is such a good event that it doesn't even matter. It's so worth it as an event. I forgot that today was Smuggler's Run 2 day. I went for a run this morning. I saw somebody post on Discord that it came out again. And I was able to, on my cooldown, on my walk at the end, I was able to finish them on auto, which was really nice because we all hate having to manual Smuggler's Run. It's like the worst thing in the world. And the Jabba missions in TB are super easy. Like, they're brain dead easy to do. You don't need anything special for them. Once you are eligible for them, you can pretty much do them without any trouble at all. This is the one downside to having a, not Leaders Resolve, a Zealous Ambition on. For Smuggler's Run 2, yes, but the Wookiee already has it. If you have Jabba, then your Wookiee's got that, right? Like, I have my whole team at R8, which is nice. We're actually going to get rid of POW. I don't trust you being here. Let's just auto basic you. Yeah, well, dead. It's fine. I got enough of them. Yes, Pete, it is. I find that once Kursatan hits his taunt, I have a very good chance of autoing. But if you could do a no ult auto, it would be a game changer for that event, because I think it would be very, very, very reliable. Gotta get Rebel Winds too, but Rebel Winds, same thing. Those can be done on a Datacron node. We're at 40. Stop surviving. I wonder. I don't really want to do it on either. How many more of these do I need? I need 3 more Master and Padawan. I feel like I skipped Stop Surviving last time. Did I skip it? I think I skipped that last time, so we're going to skip it again. And if I have to get it later, I'll get it later. It's fine. I know I said this yesterday, but I forgot to do it this morning. I really need to bring Padawan Obi-Wan up. It would be very helpful for me right now and make my life just a little bit easier. Next week, Qui-Gon hopefully will be farmable, and that'll also make life just a little easier. And then, of course, once Duel of the Fates comes back, hopefully, I'll get a bunch of Master Qui-Gon shards and not Padawan Obi-Wan shards, because I'm just so far ahead. Alright, let's see. Win with Bo-Katan, win with only dark side characters. We could do both of those. We don't want Sabine. We want... Actually, I'm not using Phoenix right now, so I can use Sabine. I don't... what is it? What month are we in? July? I don't remember if I think I had just unlocked Bo-Katan last time this came around. So I would have been able to do this. Okay. Super annoying. Dispel all the buffs on you. Yeah, of course. Why not? And then actually for dark side characters, I guess I could use Inquisitors here to knock out those accuracy down too. Right, that's all it is. Dark side characters, yeah, we could do that. Let's see. They might be too low, but we check this. Oh, 50. Ooh. You know what? We're gonna YOLO it. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see. Might not work. Might need to wait till tomorrow. Might need to wait till tonight. It's alright. We're gonna do this for science. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was... man. Riva makes, like, game changer for Inquisitors. Really, just a game changer. What do we got? I gotta get some Rebel... full squad of Rebel units. Doesn't really matter. Gotta get Captain Rex in there, and let's just throw, I don't know, where is he? Throw Pathfinder. Thrawn! We gotta get you a punch card. Like, punch the card 10 times and Egnards will, I don't know, say hi to you or something. Say hi to you in a more excited way. We're making like some really good time today. If Moonbeard Born were here, he'd go, "Oh, I'm gonna make punch cards. Gonna do it. I don't really need to go any specific path, really. We'll go this way. Ooh, man. Then we got the raid. Ooh. Not as excited about that. Captain Rex, man. If you have Captain Rex and you have a Zealous Ambition, he just wrecks shit. It's really like it's beautiful. Oop, I hit my cord. My bad. There we go. And we have one more battle. Night Sisters. Let's do Night Sisters. They are a good farm team if you need a farm team. I don't really need one right now, but I always like to have one on retainer just in case. No, I didn't get my Captain Rex thing there. That sucks. Not bad. So we're about halfway there. Doing pretty nicely on these global feats that I want to do. 2 more Captain Rex, 2 more Padawan, Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon, 4 Gungans, that's easy. Cal Kestis I do last because that's super easy to get. I can run that on auto and just let them happen, let them be there. Booming Voice, super easy. And we're going to skip Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. That's just one I don't bother to deal with because mine is still G12. So we are done with the raid. Let's just, with Conquest, let's just check in on TB, see how the guild is doing. 316, good. We're almost here. Good. I don't really care about these because we're 2-daying this, so it doesn't matter. We want to go to 4. Let's say 405. Excellent. And one more thing that we want to do here is pap back on Discord. We're going to check out my guild Discord. Just make sure that I can beat Quentin here on his tags. It's 820 tag true deployment. Yes, get him a little bit mad that I beat him once again. Get this game up and running. Man, I gotta get some new chords. Come on, chord, you can do it. There we go. All right, so we are heading into, oh, come on. Oh, right, well, that's fine because we're heading into the raid and just fidgeting with my cord a little bit so that it'll work and it'll show my game again. There we go. And I'm just gonna refill, this was coffee twice, I'm gonna refill this with water, take a quick bathroom break, and then we're gonna try the raid out. We're gonna experiment with a few things. So I, once again, will be right back. Oh man, this freaking cord. Give me a second, we'll get into this raid. I actually don't think it's the cord. I need to get some canned air for my phone. Come on. We can do it, phone. We can do it together. There we go. 123. Now, I have my easy team that I'm going to run first, right? That's my Gungans. We're going to throw those guys in here. That's super easy. We don't even need to test that. We know that we want to do kind of like a guided auto where we work on getting those droid decals, we work on getting those stops, but for the most part, this has been fairly consistent for me. I do kind of like this cinematic. I'm sure I'm going to get bored of it, though, in, you know, God knows how long, in a week, 2 week. God damn it. Come on. Let's go. Where is my source? Source. Source, we can do it. I am very aware that it is not on the screen right now. I am trying to fix that. Oh, there we go. Accepting donations for my new PC so that I can do this with the PC client instead of my phone. And one thing we do want to do here is we want to check to see the space battle. We want to check to see which modifier it is. So we will take the auto off once this round finishes. Now it takes a bonus turn, so we want to get rid of that with that middle special. I do kind of like this raid in the sense that I like how there's like more and more characters. They've clearly designed it to be the battle to run very differently because each wave can feature more than that 6 that a normal battle would feature. And I do think that that's a neat feature, but there obviously are some shortcomings with this raid that hopefully they take to heart. I really do. I do hope that they listen to some of the reasonable feedback, because there's been a lot of reasonable feedback. There's been a lot of unreasonable feedback, and I hope that they take all of it and do what's mutually best, is what I should say, for both the players as well as obviously their bottom line, because that's what they're here for, is their own stuff. There we go. And now, since we already burned the charge, we should be alright. Like, I can't burn another one. So it doesn't really matter which space thing that I do. So we'll let the computer figure that out for us. Seems like we got 2 charges in a row, which is kind of annoying. Got 3 charged in a row because of course we did. Like, why wouldn't we? Oh, I didn't notice that there was another stop. That's my bad. We should have taken care of that first. Like, it's just not the thing. Like, it's not fun to watch the enemy character take like so many turns. It just kind of takes you out of the experience of this raid that should be kind of cool. So that is one thing that I know they won't change. But you know, going forward with the next raid design, I hope they take to heart as being a reasonable kind of consideration or understanding. Did we get 4 charges in a row? Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, good. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Oh, we got one here. Of course we did. Oh, but this is beautiful actually, because this wave will not be enraged, which means I should be pretty good for that max without too much issue. That's nice. I was a little bit worried. Doesn't matter. I already got it. Don't care. Yeah, we get it. We get it. We get it. Cool, Jar Jar. Awesome. We love you. You're great. Super great. Love it. Okay, now we're gonna take a second here because I'm gonna log into Hot Utilities. I set up a raid set for Maul, Sidious, and Nute Gunray, and I wanted to get a chance to try it out. So we're gonna, while that's kind of loading in the background, I'll just bullshit for a minute and talk about nothing. And, I'm not in camp Darth Jar Jar. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you love Jar Jar like let's see, load. Like, you must want like a Darth Jar Jar. I'm not. I think Jar Jar is the stupid, lovable character. Well, arguably annoying, lovable character. And that's how he should remain. So I'm not in camp Darth Jar Jar. I would not be mad if he came to the game, but I'm not championing it. I'm not pushing for it. I am camp Clone 99. Really want to see Clone 99 come to the game. I really want to see Bail Organa come to the game. Those are two characters that I think really deserve to be here. I've seen a lot of people suggest a gonk droid. Oh, and there's my wife vacuuming upstairs. A lot of people have suggested gonk droid over the years. I've seen some fan kits for it. So these guys, I've modded them. Shout out to Scribe, who I think did the video for this. They're not perfect. They're the best that I have based on what he did. I'm going to do it on a guided auto just to see how we do, how close we get. There's a book about... I didn't know that there was a Bane book. Had no idea. No, because we love Quick, right? Quick is our Charged is our favorite. Should be a droideka rolling out. Come on with that damage immunity. So I think I've gotten charged both rounds to start, which is, like, it's annoying, especially because I can't hit the leader right now. And we're gonna try that again. So that seems to be like an annoying thing that's probably gonna hit with this. Do I have... I do, okay. Yeah, Newt's got his. So I can see how that becomes a pain in the ass. I'm sure that on a non-guided auto, this works a little bit better, like on a manual. But I'm always curious about what can be done in the easier side. Like, that is more important to me than anything else. Kev, I'm actually, so you actually don't need Jar Jar. You know, I've heard from a lot of people. My buddy Rymus in Rising Phoenix is telling me, Fat Phil, I don't even think he has the raid Omicron, and at R7 he is doing very, very well. I think he was maxing the raid without the Omicron and without Jar Jar. Obviously, Jar Jar is going to make your life easier. But from what I've seen, you don't need him at all. I hate this charged modifier. Like, oh, you got charged? Well, screw you. Well, don't do that, man. Like, be safe, dude. We're gonna run it. Even with that, Newt doesn't seem to be doing much anyway. Charged. Well, this is super fun, just watching them. Again, I'm sure there's more to this battle. Doing it this way. I'll try it one more time, and then we're going to just go back to normal. Let's see. You know what? Well, they're not at R7. Can't really do much to his mods. Can't really do much here. Let's get your potency up. Oh, do you want anything but protection? No. It is most definitely more of a manual team. But that's not how Egnards rolls. I like to see what the lowest common denominator is. And so for me, I like to kind of try things out in this way. I hate charge. Like, it's not fun. So like, oh, watch the enemy go 400 times. Do you want the enemy to heal? Because that's what we're going to do. We're just going to heal up. Don't think I didn't notice it. I wish I could tell you. I'm trying this for the first time. I have never tried this team before in this way. I saw some mention of it. The raid server was talking about it. I figured I'd give it a go this time. See, let's see. See, I get 2 charged in a row, which like it just pisses me off. I'm gonna try one more time. Then I'm gonna go back to my old. Oh fuck. Then we're gonna go back to my old modding and. Actually, what we'll do, because if I can bring this down at this level, that'll still make it more reliable for me, terms wise. But anyway, this is not what I normally do. Just figured I have the time this morning to try things out. So we were gonna try things out. I will tell you, it's Scribe is the one who posted this, so you can find it probably on his channel, and he'll explain it much better than I could pretend to explain it. It is a team that seems to need very specific modding, and it does seem to be not as auto-friendly as I had hoped. The Egnards way is to do things on auto whenever it's possible to do things on auto. All right, what do we have? Do we have charged? We have quick, so we're not going to use the middle special. Yeah, dude. But that was like an hour ago. Are you just catching up? I was like, wait a second. I said that a long time ago. Even if I can get max score on this tier, I'll be happy, because on the higher tier, or this tier with my other team, I do below max, but like close to max. Oh, come on. It just becomes a game of, oh, I have damage immunity. Oh, I don't have damage immunity. There we go. Do we have charged? We do have charged. I don't remember. There we go. Ooh, that was pretty. Oh, now everybody's gonna go, right? Because we got charged, so I think I got like 900,000 last time. So honestly, if I can get about that this time, it's worth me not restarting to do it on a higher tier. Oh my god, that's cool. That's nice. That's good. I meant to hit DDK, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, man. Not Merchant. Moonborn did all the graphics. You know, I did the research, but fuck, I gotta pay attention. But he did all the graphic work, and he's awesome at that stuff. Give him a lot of props. I didn't ask him to do it. I didn't expect him to do it. I asked him to do a card for that video, and he did the card for the video. And then he was like, you know what, I'm doing this too. And it just worked out really nice. All right, so I maxed with that team, which was kind of nice. I did not max last time. I did not max that on R7 though. I'm gonna keep working on that to max it at R7, but I didn't do that last time. So that's actually super, super nice. I'm gonna reset my mods back because I have not changed mods for like Luminara or like Cam yet. So I wanna bring these back to my base loadout. What is my one? Dude, are you listening? Merchant, I'm really curious, dude, because you're sending messages that are, I'm wondering if they were not getting sent through, because from all different parts of what we were talking about, you know, years ago I did have an idea for a walkout song, if I ever fought. I don't remember what it was though. It was so long ago. It'd probably be something stupid. I enjoy like just like stupid comedy stuff. I hate the POW Omicron. I think it's worthless. I mean, if you're in the 5-6 million range, I think it's worth it. But other than that, I think it kills things too fast to be effective. Here's my Admiral Radis modding. And it works really well. It takes out DTMG. It's really just really high health. The Imperial March. Right? Nice offense. Before we get to the next raid attempt. Right? He very rarely loses. He does exactly what I need him to do. You can always check on .gg. I'm Egnards on .gg. Just, it's health and speed. That's all it is. Oh, I don't need to go back to TB. I need to go back to the raid. All right, now. I had wanted to experiment a little bit here with this Luminara team, and I want to take Cam out because I know Cam is not accessible to most people. And I'm going to throw Consular in there because his modding sucks. So I'm going to do that on purpose. Just to see. Quick, okay. So I want to see how we do with this. And maybe save Cam for a higher squad. With cam, this works as a really nice guided auto. Without cam, I don't know. But again, my Luminara and my Kit Fisto are not well modded at all. So seems like we have charged on this wave. No, I want you getting hit. Oh, because you have retribution, that's why. That's fair. I just, from what I saw, you know, and I did the video on it, it just doesn't seem like the Omicron gives you anything. Like, the majority of what the Omicron gives you are things that there are other easy answers for, and it looks like a lot better than it is. I do see it as like a push Omicron, so you will be able to push things a little bit further with it. God, these freaking... There we go. Shatterpoint does wonders in this. But not right now, apparently. We have quick, so we do not want to use, we don't want to use that other thing, that middle special. Oh, of course we have charge this time. Why wouldn't we have charge this time? Yeah, the trio can. You know, I need to work on the modding. The reason that I saved the score for them is that on the R5 tier, they did do better than my Sith Seppi's team did. So I am going to continue to work on that modding to get that down for myself. And I don't like to play things on manual because it takes so much extra effort on my part. So I like to see when things can kind of work on their own. I also need to... Kevman, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, dude. And you did your TB wave, so I appreciate it. The 0 next to Jabba is for when I do roster reviews. I actually do want to change that. It was a fun little silly joke for a while. I'm kind of over it. I just don't know what to put there right now. The reason I actually have that right side bar is specifically for if I have guests on the stream. So that area is for other people. All right, so it seems without Cam, not doing as great. Let's try that one more time. Let's see. Instead of Jedi Consular, let's do GMY, and let's see how that works. You should be able to get some nice turns in. What do we have? We have quick to start. Good. All right. Ah, man. Yeah, for my own purposes, I'm probably going to use Cam there. But, and now that there's a lot more people watching right now, but the reason I'm doing this and trying other things is I'm working on a project with the Raid server, and we're trying to find basically what would be like the least possible teams for each like GP level, and for each tier of the raid. And I know that oh, I should pay attention. I know that Cam is not as accessible to other people. So I wanted to use other things just to kind of see. So if any of you have screenshots or you have the raid running and you have lower geared characters on our Discord, I posted an announcement about it, but I'd really like to see raid teams of like the B2 Seppi Sith that don't have any relics. I'd really like to see like the Luminara squad before relics. I'd really like to see things that much lower end players would have access to. What do we have? All right, we have quick, so we're going to change this up. So for my own purposes, I'm probably going to bring Cam up a little bit higher. I'm going to bring him up probably to R7, and this entire team maybe to R7. But my first priority is the quadmate team, because it has additional ROI on it. Lilith, I would find another guild. I mean, we all I don't know if you have like really good friends in your guild, but like if your goals as a player do not match the same goals as your guild, you're going to ruin your own ability to have fun while playing the game. And that's just something that people should keep in mind a lot of the times, is if you don't align with your guild, it's going to affect what you do, how you do it, how you enjoy what you enjoy. And you kind of it's a game, so you want to enjoy what you're doing. We're gonna just let Shakti take that on. It slows down your ability to progress like considerably. I used to be in a very like semi-casual style guild, and I was not having fun playing the game. God, come on! I was not having fun playing the game anywhere near. There we go. As much as I do now, because the way they were playing the game did not match the way that I was playing the game. So it's not progressing. Come on. This fucking... It just artificially inflates that stupid timer. I mean, I obviously know I'm playing on a guided auto. I'm not playing like a normal player would play this, but still, like, this is... To get stuck behind this is so ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All right, we're going to throw Cam in there and just be done with it. But again, my modding is not great on Kit Fisto. It's actually not that great on Cam either. Let me start it quick. Exactly, JP. You know, that's, you have to find a guild that is playing the game the way that you want to play the game. And there are some people that are perfectly happy playing a completely and totally casual game, and that, like, that's fine if that's what you want to do. But if that's not the case, you gotta make a change, or you're never going to enjoy the game. I love when a charged wave just gets completely destroyed. I have not. I have not listened to them. And I've said to you, like, you are super big into music. I just kind of listen to whatever. No, dude, listen, here's the deal. I've been in a few... I grew up playing massive multiplayer games. My first MMO was Star Wars Galaxies. I played WoW. I played Star Wars: The Old Republic. I played RuneScape. I played EverQuest 2. I played War. For anyone that remembers War, you know, this is really the only mobile game that I've played to the extent that I play this game, and I've been in three guilds total over 8 years. The reality is, you can have a relationship and have friends, and you don't have to be in the same guild as them. As a guild leader, my job is to make sure that I'm maximizing the rewards of my players. And if I'm not doing that and they move on, you know, that's on me. And anytime somebody, we do have a Discord. I'll link it, and you can actually post there. Anytime somebody does leave our guild, you know, I like to think that we have such a culture of respect in our guild environment that they reach out to me a couple of days ahead of time, and they say, hey, you know, I'm looking for something different now. Thanks for all the hard work you did. I'll give you a couple days to try to find somebody for me, but I have something. And I'm always very respectful of that, and I kind of try to say to people, like, look, as long as you leave on good terms, you're always welcome back if you want to come back in the future. In all of the guilds that I've ever left, again, I've been in 3 total. In one of those guilds, one of the guys in the guild, one of the officers, messaged me and messaged me some really nasty stuff. And I was like, all right, well, great. I guess I made the right decision. And the other one, the officer messaged me and he wished me the best. And that kind of let me know, like, hey, you know what? If obviously our play styles didn't work out, but I was in a good guild, and I'll shill for you and send people your way in the future if there's people looking for that environment, If somebody's hateful to you when you move on from your guild, you left on good terms. You did the right thing. You left. Yes. I try to be very proactive. We are a casual competitive guild. So we do understand that life happens. We do understand that, we have 5 guys on vacation right now, and I'm telling them, just deploy for TB. Don't worry about anything except the Zepho mission. So we have high expectations, but we do have reasonable accommodations. But I am very proactive. If I notice, if we notice that somebody is consistently not doing what they need to do, we will reach out to them. And we don't say hey, you suck. We say, hey man, we noticed, that you haven't been doing the things that you've been doing. Is everything okay? That's always my first message, is hey, is everything all right? Are you okay? Is something going on in your life right now that's causing this downturn? And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's my blah, blah, blah is going on and it's been really rough for me. And we will say dude, listen, it's cool. We're here for you. We'll help you out. Do what you got to do. You're fine. In some cases, it's just, I'm getting bored of the game. Not having fun in the game anymore, and it's really been frustrating. And we have people who, will move on and stop playing. We're going to take... I only did 280 with this team last time. So we'll try this. And they'll end up quitting. It's almost like giving them permission to quit. Or sometimes they'll say, if they're not having fun, we'll say, hey, listen, maybe you want a more casual environment. Maybe, you just need some rest, and you need a couple weeks where you're just chilling in a guild for a little while. And being in an alliance, we do have guilds like that, and I'm able to reach out to some of those leaders and say, hey, do you guys need someone who will probably just deploy and do their dailies? And I'm able to get them in a guild like that. We have a couple of guild members who are in and out of our guild. I got this one guy, he's not currently in the guild, but he's gone out of the guild and come back a couple times because he's in his early 20s, and he's got things going on and going to school and moving and all these, he can't commit for 4 months. He's I can't commit to the game. I really can't do anything. I'm going to find a really casual guild for a little while, and then I'll come back. And my rule basically is that as long as you leave on good terms, I'm happy to have you back. I never boot people for an old member, but I will always prioritize an old member for a new member, right? So if somebody leaves, I will always reach out to an old member first, if there's somebody on my list. And I'll always say hey, I don't have a space for you right now, but maybe find yourself a temporary guild, and I'll reach out to you in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks based on whatever, in a month, depending on how long it takes. If you go on our Discord, we have a very, very robust Discord. You will probably be able to find something if you have a .gg account. Just post your .gg account to the area for recruiting, And I bet you'll be able to find something. Well, Chris, what I would suggest you do there, because I don't know if you necessarily need a new area for that. You know, there is an area, the player looking for a guild area, and I've seen on our Discord, and I've seen on other Discords, where people have posted basically exactly what you're asking for and said, hey, here's the .gg of one of my members. You know, they're looking for an environment that is more this, and that. It doesn't fit what we need right now, and I'd really like to find them a good home. You can absolutely post that. I will never remember that, but I know that, I mean, the connect between your name here and there, but I know we talk a lot on Discord. But that's what I would recommend doing. I have no problem with people doing that and using it in unique ways. I try to, every time I add a new channel, I try to be very conscious about, like, do we need to add another channel, or is there something I can do with another channel to make it work? Because I know that the channels can get bogged down, and because we are a very big resource, it can be very, very tough. You know, and I have relationships with other guild leaders. Obviously, I'm in a much higher guild, so it's sometimes the casual guilds that some of my members require are a little bit higher up than some of the other guilds, but I'm always looking for, you know, to build those relationships with people and with guilds and people using our Discord in meaningful ways. You know, we have, I mean, it's July. We started this Discord in February. We've done really well for ourselves. There's about 1,700 people there. We are one of the bigger ones for the game, which is super cool to me. And constantly growing, and I don't want it to be a wasted resource. I really want it to be a very useful and very poignant and purposeful place for people. Man, I can't wait till I have these guys at G12 or above and can do something with them. Yeah, I try as much as possible to be conscious about the channels. And I know there are a lot of channels on our Discord, you know, but sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and do it a certain way. And I do like the way that we have our Discord set up for being able to do certain things and post certain things. I think it's very conscientious. You know, is it intuitive? I don't know, but I do think it's done as correctly as possible. Now, last time I did this team, I did it with just the 3-man. I didn't do it with GMOI. I didn't do it with R2D2. I don't have a use for GMY or R2D2 right now, which is why I'm doing it. And it seems to be doing, I got like 250, and it seems to be able to probably max, which will be really, really nice, because that's going to add to my score a little bit. I did about 6.2 last time, and I'm looking at least 6.3 right now with another team to go, which is super cool. But now, since I did this differently, I have a lot of extra options. So we are going to just, I don't know, try this and see what works. You know, what are guilds looking for? It depends on, I am a guild recruiter. I do recruitment for my guild, and this brings up, not to shill for them any more than I already do, but Three Scoundrels is doing an episode tonight, and they do a question and answer segment. and I saw someone ask about guild recruiting on there, so I'm really excited to answer that tonight. As someone that does recruiting, you know, where you are in the game is going to change what your guild is looking for. But I would say, you know, at the mid grade, you can really make yourself look more valuable with certain things. So, like, being Zepho ready is something that a lot of guilds in the mid game are looking for. Being Reva ready can really get you to punch up to a guild that, you know, maybe you're not at the right spot for yet. Having, you know, a couple of GL, having useful GL, you know, ones that are going to help the guild out, or set you on a path to move quicker. So like that like JML Jabba, it kind of tells people, all right, this is somebody that's going to advance a little bit faster. It depends on what guilds at your level are doing more than anything. It looks like this team without the Sith are not doing very much at all, which is unfortunate. I know I've already lost B2, which is not, I mean, or B1, I knew that would happen. I will say that yes, when I started in my guild, I was at the very bottom. I reached out to somebody, we're going to try a little bit of a lower level. I reached out to somebody on Discord. I asked them, I know they have no damage. We're just trying, because I did my teams differently this time, which gives me extra characters. I've actually already met my goal. I did 6.2 last time. I did 6.3 even this time. So I'm kind of happy already, which is fine. But going back to the guilds, I reached out to someone and I was like 5 million at the time. This is where maybe like 7 was really good. And, you know, the guild leader had to talk to all the officers and see if it was okay to take me in because I was much lower than everybody else. And I kind of was able to keep myself off the chopping block by knowing how to use my roster. So even though I was in the very, very, very bottom of my guild in terms of GP, I was at the very top in terms of TB waves. And this was in the LSGO times where TB waves were really, really important. And now, having grown into a guild that was appropriate for what I wanted to do in this game, I was able to advance. And now I'm not in the bottom, you know, 10% of my guild anymore. I'm at the very top. Yeah, I agree, Pete. Like, looking at this here, it is kind of silly. I know he wasn't in the movie, but I was really expecting General Grievous to be part of the raid. It just seemed reasonable to have a good droid leader. It is kind of cool the way they did the Sith Separatist thing, but, you know, there's very little damage on these teams. I don't think I have enough Jedi left for a Beck team that'll be all Jedi. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, I do. All right, let's try it. Again, these are all bonus points at this point. It's not going to get me to a new box. It'll help my guild out a little bit. Yeah, I don't. For my guild, I have a rule. I'm really bad. I don't handle people leaving the guild or booting at all. I hate doing it, so I don't do it. but I'm very firmly against booting anybody that's that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, even if they are a little lower. So we do have 2 or 3 people that are probably still, we're a guild average of like 11, 12 million, and they are, you know, still at like 9.5. But they deploy, they do their battles. I never have to get on their case. I never have to remind them. And that's worth its weight in gold. These guys, this team is completely awfully modded. Beck has okay mods, but these all have awful mods. So this is just, hey, Lysol man, thanks for the raid, and good luck with the baby. I saw your baby on stream. I think it was on Sunday. Cute kid. These are all backwater Jedi for me, so this is kind of just like our last raid team to see if we can just get some extra points. And if we can't, I might not save the score. I might, you know, try to remod them later on today. It already looks like we're falling apart at 63,000. Let's try one more thing. We'll bring it down to Relic 1. We'll see how they do. And if they don't do well here, then we're just not going to save the score, and I'm going to work on remodding them for next time. For those of you just joining us, we got our Discord, very robust community there. If you have needs in the game, our TB library, guild recruiting, we have a big project going on in coordination with the raid server right now that we're trying to get some more info and details on. And doing that, we've got a lot of cool smaller creators, you know, so kind of helping other people to get noticed, get seen, get followed, whatever they need to get done to help them out. That is what we are here for. Oh, goodness. Oh, I lost one already. All right, well. Who did I lose? We got Beck, we got Consular, we got MQ. Oh, Plu. We lost Plu. Stero, I cannot wrap my head around this new Datacron set. I have one Datacron right now. It's got a level 6. I think it's an attacker level 6. You are much more in tune to the Datacron sets that I am. I will say, I do think that it is super cool that they're trying something new with it. I hope it works. I think that that's cool. That's really the only thoughts that I have right now on that set. All right, we're gonna call that raid for what it is. I have one battle left. I hit my 6-3 as a guild average. I only need to hit 5-3, so that's, you know, that is super nice that I was able to do what I needed to do. All right, let's try that before we call today. Let's see. You're right, because of his stuff that he's got going on. And we'll start winding down as we see if this works. I'm going to remod this later. These are literally my backwater Jedi. Beck, I do have decently modded. He's not super well modded. But if I can get myself to like 7 million before I have Quad May up and running, that would be super cool. My guild will be envious. Tomorrow we are probably gonna like today we started a little early. We're gonna probably start a little early again tomorrow. I have a new entertainment console coming from my living room, which is good because our old one is like 11, 12 years old. I just broke it down this morning, and it's coming sometime in the morning, so I'm gonna have to put that together. So I'll try to get it done as early as possible. Yeah, so I saw that, and I know people were complaining that it's a bug. I think it was done on purpose. Um, you know, and you kind of hit the nail on the head. I think they are trying to make it harder to get an ideal cron because then people spend more. However, I did notice that they made it charged. I did notice that they made it cheaper to re-roll datacrons. So maybe to kind of feed people into it and make people, want to re-roll or whatever. Do we have charged? Is that? Yeah, I cannot. It just takes so long with charged on. What time is it? 11? Still gotta eat lunch. I don't think we're gonna have any time to do datacrons. See, Stero, see what you got me going on. I don't think we're gonna have any time to do a roster review today, but I will not have raids to do tomorrow. So I'll try to get one or two of those in. I know I have a line forming, but it's nowhere near as bad as, Cap and his line. I think mine is only a couple days old. We got quick. Yeah, I don't. A lot of you guys spend a lot of your time like re-rolling data. I don't, and I know that I have a roster that allows me to maybe do that a little bit more than other people are able to do that. But I don't. I re-roll a little bit. I get through Conquest as fast as I can, and then I just do my best. Do my best to get whatever I can get. Morning, Mary J. I haven't seen the newest season of The Boys yet. I'm still trudging through the Acolyte, Resident Alien. The new Cobra Kai comes out next week, so I got to catch up on the old season of Cobra Kai. There's just so much to do every day. See, man? Recruiting is tough. There's so many people recruiting and looking for recruits that usually if you have even a half decent account, you'll find a home that works for you. What I will tell you, they actually recited episode 3 for Let's please. What I will tell you about Zepho and Mandalore is, the cost of getting to Mandalore is higher, but the mission is much, much, much easier. The Zepho mission requires some luck and or very specific modding. And we were actually talking about this earlier, but you can't account for 50 people in your guild, especially at the lower end, having the mods, having the this, having the that to do Zepho. I think Mando is like brain dead easy to unlock. However, it's it's an R8 planet, so at 320 million to do any damage there is going to be really, really tough for you. So I think at 320 million, even though it's harder to unlock, Zepho is maybe the better way to go. All right, we're not gonna post this score. I'm gonna remod these guys later because I think I can get a much better score than that. You look at them, like, they literally have, like, well, Beck is okay. Do I have a protection on him yet? I do. Beck is all right. See, like, this stupid health arrow or health triangle. So I'm going to spend some time on that later to try to get at least like 900,000 with that team. With that said, we have been doing this for almost 3 hours at this point. We got a lot done this morning. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be on nice and early tomorrow to finish like TB and Conquest stuff. I don't have anything else to